other platforms, just to let you know that's how it works, because I triple stream. And so I know it's May, and you're like, wait, didn't you launch this on April the 30th? Yes. However, why not continue to have the party and celebrate? And today was just a great day for me to be able to sit here with you guys and read some poetry, because I'm going to give you guys some sneak peeks into the book. Then I'm going to challenge you in the chat to write your own poetry about a setting, place, person, or time. So we're going to get some writing in at the same time during this launch party. So get ready to do that. And then I would love it if you could share it out in the chat or share it with the world. So I'm going to check back over into StreamYard just to see. Okay, I'm going to be moving back and forth. All right, guys. So fact versus fiction. Of course, the facts are going to be my loves, my life. You're pretty much the first part of this book, and the way that it is set up, it is clearly a testimony of my life and a snapshot of where I am now. So when I wrote Southern poetry, oh, she has a friend. Hooray. When I write my poetry, it's really personal. It's really, oh, this is the party. This is the party. Tish, Michelle said, hey. So we just started talking about the behind the scenes and how this fact part of the book is like me right now within the past month or two, and poems that are just coming straight out of lived experience from the beginning on part one. And then part two of the book are all my character POV poetry, which was super fun to do because I was able to go back and go through old poems that I wrote from the Hartwell Chronicles days with my Teenage Exorcist book, to new poetry from Luca in Love Over Pizza. So the character POV poetry is all in part two, which is the fiction part. So I just want to let you guys know that this two-part, you'll transition. And I started with me first, so you could kind of get to know the lady behind all these books. And then you get to have an opportunity to step in and meet my parents, meet my characters. So, all right. Oh, I need my phone in case people are dinking in. Yay. I just got a yay. Oh, Michelle, I just got a text from you. Did you hear it? I'm so glad you guys are here. All right. So I want to also kind of share some pictures with you guys, because you get to hear the words today, you get to get the book, and you get to read the poetry. But yeah, it started at 2. I don't know what happened, Michelle. Did it freeze? I don't have a lot of tabs open. What is up? I'm just glad y'all are here. All right. So, of course, inspirations have to come from me and Eli. Now, listen, I don't put tons of pictures of me and Eli on because Eli just really kind of doesn't like take pictures, but he's so handsome, y'all. But I've got these that I was allowed to share, which I got permission to go out and say, come on, baby, you're my inspiration. I got to brag on you again. And I just want to read this Bible verse. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. 1 Corinthians 13:7. So when I approach Eli and say, well, baby, I'm going to start to write a book, he's going to say, what now? What are you working on? And him and the boys, my boys here, Solomon and Samuel, they are like the two that I go to first, and we kind of start talking about the book, and I'm sharing in my projects and what's happening. And then I'll contact my author friends and I'll be like, guys, I'm writing a new book, and I'm telling everybody then on social media to like keep up with the author journey. But I do want to let you know that my support system at home is extremely strong. And Eli believes in me, and he's always encouraging me. And then he jokes me about, wait, what book are you working on? I'm lost. What are we doing now? And so even Michelle, my sweet dear sister in Christ, my sweet dear friend, Michelle, fact versus fiction, you were getting it into with hello words. It was hilarious. I was like, you're like Eli, Michelle. Yes, that's my love. This is our first date here. This is our first date picture. And this was us when we went to my friend's 50th celebration surprise party. And so this one was more recent. And this one, of course, was way back in the day, 6 years ago now that we've been together. And so that was me being cheesy and red faced on my first date. So you guys get to see the kind of like the then and the now. But I did want to just give shout outs to Eli and the boys for just always putting up with me, from what do you think of this cover to what do you think of this poem? Or now I've started sharing my poetry with the boys now. And Samuel loved one of them so much, he even shared it with his piano teacher. That one didn't make this book, but maybe one day that one will make a book somehow. Maybe a song in a book with a character. Who knows? But I'm now starting to share a lot of my work with Solomon and Samuel, and I'm gonna get to share some of that with you today. I do want to talk about my parents, and I'm not going to cry, Tish. So I'm just going to say this really fast, but this is my mama and my daddy, and they are truly my inspirations. I often write poetry about them and from experiences lived with them. And that's okay. Okay, I'm going on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Now, some other inspirations that hit this book. This is Bill's place right here. There's Natalie. Now, guys, I can't tell you how many times I've sat on one of these stools in Bill's place my whole life eating hot dogs and chili cheese fries. There is no place better than Bill's Place hot dogs. And I'm going to actually take you guys on a tour of my hometown. So I'm excited about that. You're going to get to see what matters so much to me and how it always ends up either in one of my poems somehow or just in my books. So when I tell you guys I'm from a small town, y'all about to see. And then Safeway got into it this time. Now, you can see there's a car out there in the parking lot at Safeway Market. Now, I pulled this one off the internet. But there are no more cars in that parking lot because Safeway closed. And I don't want to cry about all this stuff. So I just want to let you know that my hometown got into this book because it's a fact that I love my people and I love my place. And so today we're celebrating that. And I get to read some of the poems to you guys. So, hey, Mary. So glad you're here. Yes, Tish. I'm so glad you're here, Mary. And then you get to meet Michelle, too. So, such memories, said Tish. And I want to let you guys know that for me, when I'm writing, sorry, guys, this is the kids. They're messaging me. When I'm writing, not only are my inspirations always with me, you know, Jesus is always with me and he finds his way into the book too. He has to. My heartbeat is for the Lord. And I'm just so blessed that he's given me an opportunity to be able to write and to be able to have a platform where not only I can share the joy that he's brought to my life and all the blessings that he's brought to my life, but also how he helps me through grief, through loss, through change, through transition. And so I don't know, you know, all of you poets out there that are watching this, or those of you who are starting to write poetry. Poetry is a personal expression for me. Now, that means that when I sit and it's time for me to write, the inspiration hits, whatever that inspiration could be, I just let those words come. And I have that moment between me and that blank page, the Lord, and that memory. And then when that comes and it's there, and it's living in that space. It's a way that helps me to process. It's a way that helps me to celebrate and to remember. So when I have my poetry collection, am I saying it's award-winning poetry that, no. I'm saying it's a part of my life. It is a part of my heart. And I get to share a little bit of that with the world. And there is vulnerability there because it is my life. But that's the risk that we take as authors or poets, because that expression is freedom. It is freedom for me. And so, with that being said, I want to read some to you guys. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got first. All right, so I'm going to share with you guys the first poem in the book, and then I'll explain why I put it first. It's called Jesus First, Joy Forever. So, number one poem, Jesus, others, you. Jesus, our yes. Joy over years. Just open your heart to Him. Joy. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. John 3:16. Jesus had to come first in this book, because that is a fact. But Jesus is the first in my life. And so if anybody is picking up fact versus fiction, they're going to get that one first. And even if it's a look inside, they're going to get a Bible verse, and they're going to get about how joy can come from the Lord and the Lord alone. And so I had to put that one first. And so to look inside matters, y'all. And maybe somebody will get inside, look, and they'll see joy over years. Jesus, others, you, Jesus, our yes. Amen. All right, so that's the first one that I wanted to share. And so this one honors my parents. And it's the second one in the book, and it's called One Star. And it is a haiku. And I think Tish would be very proud of me, because Tish Bouvier, that's in the chat over on YouTube, she is a haiku poet. And I have never written haiku until Tish. Tish has inspired me and encouraged me in so many ways. And I love writing haikus now. Like 3 haikus made it into fact versus fiction because of Tish Bouvier. And so look, Tish is the haiku queen, y'all. You need to check out Tish's latest book. It's called Everyday Haiku, Life is a Prayer. I love it so very much. It was a #1. And so Tish, you touch my heart so much. I'm so proud of you. I just love what the Lord is doing in your life. And I'm so blessed now that I have a haiku that now honors my parents because of you. So thank you, Tish, for just spreading your light and your joy and just letting me be a part of your life. So, all right, Tish, here we go. So, Tish, you can say what you think of it. It's called One Star. I am but one star, yet part of constellations, galaxy entwined. And so I think of my parents. I'm a part of their constellation. I'm a part of their legacy. And I am but one star, but we are a galaxy entwined, all of us together. And so that one is to my parents. And probably if you read that one, you probably would say, like, Jen, that's not about your parents. Oh, yes, it is. Because my parents are like the moon and the stars in my life. So symbolically, I look at that and I say, that's how poetry hits me. And so, so that was that one. Okay, cannot be crying about, my parents and stuff. I'm gonna try not to. The next one is about my parents, and it's about seeing them in heaven again. Oh, now I wrote peanut drink in honor of my daddy and my papa, because this is where I learned how to take a Coke bottle, and it's got to be a glass bottle, and you got to drop peanuts in there. Okay, so oh, here comes some comments. Y'all, I might need to just go get some tissue. Yes, part of the legacy. Tish is hugging me through the screen. I guess. Yes. Yay, Tish. Okay. So this was about peanut drinks. If you're from the South, now it could just be not a Southern tradition. This could be all over the world. So you guys can drop into the chat. Have you guys ever had a Coke bottle, glass Coke bottle, and got you like a pack of Planters, peanuts, and drop those jokers into there? I would love it if you tell me that you've had this experience, because now if you didn't, you gotta have to do it. Now I'm challenging y'all right now. So let me see. You can put it in the chat and you can tell me, have you ever had a Coke bottle with peanuts? Let's see. First person to chat is going to get the winning ebook. Tish got it. I watched my cousins do that, but I didn't. Well, you know what? Ryder D. Rosier. No, ma'am, I'm a New Yorker and we don't do that up north. Well, you know what? You can do it in honor of me, and you can say cheers and you can try it. Well, so Tish, she knows about it. Michelle, yeah, the challenge is on. Challenge is on. All right. So Tish, you got the first ebook. It's coming your way. Tish won the ebook. Okay. All right, we ready? Michelle, I'm leaving that up there because I'm guilt tripping you. Oh, Mary has it in Texas. It sounds interesting and it sounds delicious. It sounds delicious because it is. So you guys got to try it. Michelle, I'm leaving up this one because this is my challenge to y'all. You guys are going to go. Next time y'all in the store and y'all seeing a glass bottle Coke, just stop by and pick up them Planter salted peanuts. That's all you need. That's all you need. All right. Peanut drink. All right, you ready? Where I'm from, peanuts are meant to be dropped in drinks, glass bottles, not cans. That's not the effect you go for. You want to see those peanuts bopping up and down to the rhythm of the Coke wave, two clanging together like tambourines to the palm, jubileeing and hallelujahing from a gospel song, set to repeat, and then the church bells chime, just as I am. It's as if fate intervened, and I take a swig of that dark greatness and feel just like a queen of that rickety porch swing. Where I'm from, peanuts are meant to be dropped in drinks. Can't be kept in slim packs for pockets. Not mixed with jelly because I don't like it. Not for brittle to make your teeth crack. Its purpose to exist is for the bottle. Surf's up, peanut. Catch the wave. P-L-O-P. Plop. Oh, I love it. All right. Nick's here. Nick has joined the show. Nick. Welcome, Nick. Okay, guys. Y'all got to tell me. Nick, you know Michelle, meet Mary. We're going through some poetry. You guys, doesn't that sound delicious? And when y'all are trying this, now Nick, you just late, but that's all right. Tish just won the first ebook, so we're going to be having some more questions down the line. Peanuts and Coke. Yes. See, Nick, tell everybody the experience is worth having. And now I've challenged them. They got to go out and do it. Next time they're at the gas station, they got to go grab it. See, Nick's got peanuts and Coke. He knows what I'm talking about. It's worth having a point for in my book. So, yeah. And the thing is when you drop those peanuts, they'll start floating and they'll start clanging together. And I just imagine them like tambourines and hallelujahing inside of there. Yep, absolutely. Y'all must try. So Nick is my witness. Hey, can I get a witness up in here? Yep, got one, Nick. All right, y'all. Okay, so peanut drink. That one's one of my favorites. Now, one of our dear friends and sisters in Christ, Allie Hendricks, she's a poet too, and she writes poetry on her blog. And she read Peanut Drink, and she said this one was one of her favorites out of the book. And that's the thing about poetry collection. So you can write 30 poems, 45 poems, and you put it all together and you just throw it out there to the wind and you see what seeds drop where and where they start to bloom in somebody's spirit. And maybe it'll be, Jesus first. Maybe it would be that one. Maybe it would be I Am a Star, that haiku. It could be Peanut Drink. You never know, right? Yep. I got a witness. Got a witness. Okay. Here we go. All right. I did Peanut Drink. Ooh, Safeway closed. So, Nick, I got to show you the pictures because you just popped into the party and I shared some of the inspirations behind the book. So you've seen Eli and me. That's Eli, my husband. So definitely, these are my parents back when they got married in 1955. And the boys, Solomon and Samuel. And now I'm going to transition over to some places that inspire me and bring back memories, strong memories of my childhood. And one of them is Safeway Market, and the other one is Bill's Place, which is our local restaurant that we have. And I'm going to give you guys a tour of Bill's, the down Main Street, so you guys can see it. Wish we were given a tour because that means we could all eat that chili. And so Safeway Market, my house was very close to here, and Mama would send me up to get little things that she might have forgot when she went to the big store. So when we would call it, we'd be going to town, which town wasn't inside the town. If I'd say we'd be going to town, it would be the next county over. And so we would go to like Harris Teeter or Winn-Dixie or Walmart, and we'd be shopping over there. But then we had a Safeway that we would go to, and we'd pick up. Fatback was the best at Safeway. They sold a Rebel's Barbecue at Safeway. So there was some things. We had a great butcher there, so we would get really good meats. And then they used to have like these glass jars when you would go in, and you could get cookies, peanut. Like, have you guys ever had those butter cookies, and you could put them on your finger like a ring? Yeah, 5-cent cookies out the jar. I cannot tell you the love I have for them little butter cookies. Even to this day, I love those butter cookies. So, Safeway's been around since I was a little girl, and I used to go up there all the time, and the people were so sweet to me, so nice to me that owned Safeway and worked in Safeway, and, it just feels like a family place. And then the last time I went home to visit, Safeway closed. And when Safeway closed, there was just something that my heart no one told me. It was like, I didn't see it on Facebook. I didn't know. And I'm driving by and I can't get my grape ice cream by the big gallon anymore, by the big tub. And I can't go in and get the cheese and the cookies. I can't get the cheese at the counter because they wrap the cheese up at the counter y'all. I'm like, wait a minute, Safeway closed? And it hit me, and I got all teary-eyed in the car because Safeway closed. Because there again, y'all know me, my tender-hearted self, and all that, that nostalgia comes back. And I could just, visualize that little walk that I had, through the dirt to get to Safeway, to get Mama something that she needed from the store. And then, I'd send the boys. I'd send the boys all the time, and the boys would stop and get their ice cream because they had their ice cream that they loved, and we'd go in there for treats. And I mean, come on, y'all. I got tons of stories about going to Safeway. So Safeway closed. I didn't hear about it. No one made the announcement. Safeway closed. I saw the vacant lot. I drove by and my heart stopped. Safeway closed? Small talk at the counter, friendly smiles and banter. Why did Safeway close? Rebel's barbecue always in stock, the best fat back from a store. That good cheese in packets at the register, Mickey Mouse ice cream, fresh vegetables from local farmers, ice for the birthday party, a cold drink after walking around with friends, carrying the boom box and blasting Beastie Boys, flour butter cookie rings from a 5-cent jar, the walk between my house and there. Get a loaf of bread. Here's $1. 5 years old, shuffling by the broken airplane, the death trap of a spinner on the playground, walking the trail like a grand adventurer. The hop, skip, jump through sand. Hurry back now. Chopped ham sandwiches to make. I didn't hear about it. No one made the announcement. Safeway closed. Because I was hearing my mama tell me that. So y'all, yeah, bring them back, Tish. And so that's what like poetry does for me. So, I started thinking about all the times and all the things and the people and the memories. And my mama made the best ham sandwiches. I don't know if y'all ever had chopped ham sandwiches out of pack, the chopped ham out of pack. But she made the best sandwiches. And so, like, poetry does it, y'all. Poetry hits me in ways, and I can express something that is so strong for me in so little words, but it takes me back. It takes me back. Now, that death trap spinner of the playground, I have to mention that because Aunt Dot knows all about that because I flew off of that thing, and that's why I called it a death trap spinner. Oh, my gosh. I love fried bologna. Love it. Oh, let's check out these comments. Oh, American Icon Safeway. You got me smelling coffee beans. Tish and her coffee. Yep. Nick remembers the cheese. They wrapped it up in that. They wrapped it up in that clear wrap, that saran wrap. Oh my gosh, yes. I came home from college and found out our Safeway closed. There's just something about it. Like I know someone that had a feeling about the 7-Eleven. And then when they moved to North Carolina, they didn't have 7-Eleven anymore. And so every time we take a trip and there's 7-Eleven, we go in there. We got to get 7-Eleven cups. We got to get the coffee out of the machine with all the vanilla and all that. I mean, y'all, there's something about home. No, there's somebody else. But now Eli just looked at me in the car. I'm going to tell you, when I was about to bawl about some Safeway closing, he was just like, but y'all get me. Yeah, Tish is like slushies at 7-Eleven. All right, so here's y'all's challenge. I would love for you guys to think of a place from maybe your hometown, down your street, someplace that you didn't know closed, and then when you found out, it kind of hit you and put you in some type of way, and you got into your feelings about that place closing. And so I would love it if you guys could write a poem. And because Tish is here and she is the haiku queen, I would love it if you would try to write a haiku and put it in the chat. So let's see if I can get a brave partier today to test their haiku 575. Don't worry about capital letters or the spacing because it's not going to show right on the comments probably. So just try to get your lines in. You could do a dash or a slash between your 575 line. So let's do it. Oh, y'all, you can do this, y'all. Let's do it. We're writing a haiku about a place closing that we didn't know was closing. So let's do our 575. Nick is the winner. Nick was the first to do his haiku. Celebrate woo woo with Nick. Nick, you get an ebook. Ebook coming your way. You guys drop your haikus. I wish I could hear you read that, Nick. No more Hostess cakes. Vanilla was my favorite. Mama, where's my snacks? Love it. Oh, man. Love it. All right, Nick won that challenge. Oh, there's Rachel. Hey, Rachel. We have been partying. We have been reading poetry, sharing pictures, giving away ebooks, shedding some tears here and there. Oh, Tish. Now, Tish reading her poetry. Wearing a pair of chick jeans, squeezing in smaller size, looking like a fly girl. I love it, Tish. No, we didn't have that store, Tish. But I remember chick jeans. Oh my gosh, do y'all remember Guess jeans? And they had like all the button-up flaps and the triangle. Oh, they closed their school down today. They closed my school down today. I miss R.L. Smith. 6th grade. Oh, Mary. Mary. I'm telling you. Send it. Send it. Mary's resending. I was telling my kids at school that we used to have in my county a Converse outlet. Michelle, we've had this conversation before. And so we used to go to the Converse outlet and pick up shoes of all different colors. I used to wear them in 6th grade, Mary. Now, my middle school didn't close, but my elementary school closed. And it broke not only my heart, but it broke my boys' hearts because they had fond memories of that place. And I will tell you that knowing that your school closed, it's like a part of you that you have to say goodbye to somehow. I mean, it's so far away, but I felt that. I felt that in your poem too. And then, was it last week or the week before? It was recent. Open up Facebook, and then my elementary school had caught on fire. And man, it was so tough seeing it, just seeing it in flames on that picture. And I shared it with the boys in case they were going to see it. And they're like, oh man, no, I can't believe it. And Yeah, it was a sad thing. So, Mary, you just brought back that for me. Tish is asking, was that a true story? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's do. We are going to honor Stan Lee tomorrow in school. And so, Michelle, we get to honor somebody I know you love. Okay, we're ready for more poetry. We're ready. Let's see what's next. Let's see what's next. Okay. Now listen, it's just worth Bill's Place hot dogs. Guys, I'm telling y'all right now. Okay. Oh yeah. Where's my snacks? Said Michelle to Nick. Where's my Bill's Place? Oh, here's Mary's newest one. She's resent it. They closed my school down. I miss R.L. Smith's 6th grade. Just the dirt remains. Man. Oh, man. Oh, Nick's got a new one. All night skating rink. Music blasting, skating fast, missing rainbow rink. Oh, wow, Nick. Look at you. Poets in the house, Tish. Yep. Tish said you are on a roll with the haiku. Go, Nick. Nick wrote 2, guys. All right, Nick. Haiku poets up in here. Thank you, Mary, Nick, Tish. All right, Michelle, waiting on your haiku. Did something close? Yeah, Nick, I could see you. Did they have a disco ball in that skating rink? They do all the lights and all swishing around. I broke my arm skating. So me in the skating rink. Oh no. Oh no. I broke my arm in 5th grade, Mary. We're going back to middle school. Fell on the side. My cousin come home from Georgia and she was pulling me with a rope. Y'all don't ever do this. Don't ever get pulled with a rope while you're on skates because eventually that girl gonna let go. So now you see. Oh, Tish is calling out Happy Harper. Harper wants to write a haiku, Michelle. Your character, Michelle. Which is like fact versus fiction, because the other half of this book is from all my characters. I love that, Tish. Love that. Okay. So this one is for Bill's Place. So you guys, y'all saw the counter. Y'all saw what that was like. Imagine yourself sitting there. Okay. The title of this haiku, since they're on a haiku roll, Tish, she's already heard this one, y'all. Can a hot dog be that special? I'll tell you why I put it in the book that way. But that's the name of the title of the poem. Bill's Place has the best hot dogs ever made on earth. Chili to die for. And if anybody is watching this from Maxton, they're going to know or have went there, if even surrounding counties or wherever, y'all know what I'm talking about. So we got to represent and we got to pay honor to that Bill's Place and Natalie and all the work that she does in our community to give us a place to go. Tish, trust me, best hot dog you'll ever have is Bill's Place hot dogs right downtown. All right, guys. So now, you guys, I want to try to like show you guys. See, Nick has called out his favorite hot dogs, and that's just because he hasn't had Bill's Place hot dogs. If Max and people would ever watch this, they would be like, oh yeah, best hot dog ever. So he's called out Jane Coney Island, best hot dogs. So now, y'all, I would always like see people eating hot dogs off of like a hot dog cart. I've always wanted to do that, but where I'm from, we don't have hot dog carts pushing up down the street. We got Bill's Place. So I don't know if y'all have ever had a hot dog cart hot dog. Y'all can tell me how that experience is. I want to visit, Michelle. So bad. I'm wondering if Michelle's had cart hot dogs. Okay, yeah, Tish. We're having hot dogs this week, and I want to tell you, I was prepping for this before I was making my list out. And so I got chili, hot dogs. Now we make it, the only way we make our hot dogs is chili, onions, and mustard. That's it. And so the chili, onions, and mustard, that's what we putting on our hot dogs. All that other stuff, no. All that cheese and all that stuff. Now, we do have these specialty places because Solomon loves Sup Dogs at Chapel Hill. He loves that. And he's like, Mama, that's the best. And they got all kinds of stuff they put on top of hot dogs. But we're talking about Bill's Place hot dogs. Mustard, onions, chili. All the way. That's when you say all the way. That's it. Michelle said, not Harper. Don't call out Harper. I don't know. We're going to try to do it. Oh, no, Tish. Oh, no. Tish is calling out different kinds of dogs. Tish, pickles on a hot dog. Oh, my gosh, y'all. Tish is talking pickles on a hot dog. And you can write some haikus about a hot dog later, Tish, and put pickles on it all you want. Your Chicago hot dog. This one's Bill's Place. Bill's Place magic right here. So when I called it, what in the world? Dirty water hot dogs here. I don't even want to know. Do I want to know? Do I want to know? Michelle, should I be using Googling for good right now? Should I Google for good? Because I don't know what the world you're talking about, but that I don't know. All right. My sweet dear friends are chatting away about some kind of dirty water hot dogs, but if it's not the literal meaning of dirty water dogs, apparently it means something else. And guess what? Nick knows. Nick is either laughing that Tish is putting pickles on hot dogs, or he's laughing at Michelle, knows what she's talking about. He had that when he lived in New York, so he's talking about Michelle's. Well, are you a witness to Michelle's conversation here? Nick, are you just a witness for everybody? That's what I was saying. So you've ate off of one of them hot dog carts. They boil, steam it, and then you get some relish. So that's a dream, Michelle. I got to put it on my bucket list because I do have that when I go to New York. I want to go to Central Park. I want to see Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, of course. You got to put that. I put that on there years ago, but that'll never happen. But a hot dog cart, I can do a hot dog cart. I got to add it to my bucket list, Michelle, because I've always wanted that. I've always wanted it. See what movies can do. They can make it seem so glamorous. And then my friend over here is talking about how it's amazing. But I didn't know it was called, I guess that's the name of the people, the company, 300 Dogs. Nice. It's salty liquid. That's like dirty water dog. Solomon said yesterday, Mom, it's a shame they called it the athlete's foot. We're in the middle of the mall. He's like, look at that name of that. I was like, I've never thought of that before. Dirty water dogs is what we call it. All right, Michelle, you have taught us something new. Now you can write a haiku about it, Michelle, and all of that time. And you can put it on social media for all of us to see. All right. So now, here's how my kid gets in here. Way later. And it's called Bill's Place Continued. It's text messages between me and Solomon. So, you guys, this is poetry because it's in the book. So I can now call it text poetry, text message poetry. I don't know if it has an official title, but we are calling it text message poetry. It's a conversation, text message poetry. It matters. Me. I wrote a haiku for Bill's Place. I love it. Solomon. Awesome. Me. Probably the first of its kind. Solomon. You know I dreamed about Bill's Place. Me. Really? What did you dream? Solomon. About me ordering tons of Bill's Place like a grocery cart. Me. OMG, I want that dream. No, wait. I want that in real life. Solomon. Yeah. Text message poetry. Bill's Place continued. All right, guys. So that is how a place can really stick to your heart and your stomach. I do have one in here, Daredevil Life, and it's about me being on that spinner and Aunt Dot. Okay, so this one is in honor of my Aunt Dot. That's it, Tish. Tish got it. Written memories with me and Solomon. And Michelle said text message poetry. I have started a new trend. It may be out there. There's millions of people out there in the world who might be doing text message poetry. If I'm the first one, well, y'all copyright. It's done here right now. Stamp it. 5/2/2021 at 2:47. The inventor of text message poetry. It's in the papers of fiction. And memories forever, Tish, because you know who I write for. I write for the Lord. I write for my youngins. So they got this forever, right? Okay. So this is to honor my Aunt Dot, and it's called Daredevil Life. Imagine life spinning that fast on its axis, like I'm falling off the world, barely hanging on to the silver railing of that metal death trap. How did he ever pass inspection? A playground holding more sand than grass. She said I flew off once, got so daggone mad I stopped away, swearing off adventure. I will never write again. But I did, and I did, and I did. Around and around and around I went. Her voice hits me now. Not my squeals or laughter, but her. Be careful. Remember when you fell off? She doesn't stop me. She lets me fly. Reminds me how very close we all are to the edge. On the very next trip, reckless abandonment, spinning once more, barely hanging on. Now that is the death trap spinner that was in the playground between my house and Safeway that we can't believe passed inspection for any playground to ever be on. And I don't know if you guys have ever been on it, but it's this metal contraption. It's got the bars that come out, and that joker was spinning so fast, I believe it had some kind of magic motor in there. So that's how that one got in there, because it's also mentioned in the Safeway poem. So it kind of comes back. So both of those came back. But I wanted to take you guys on a trip. So let me see if I can get this to work so you guys can see my hometown. Okay. So there's Bill's Place. There's Safeway. It's all a little small town life for me. And now I'm just going to pull up Google and I'm going to do Bill's Place hot dogs. And we are going to get to go and we're going to get to travel. Y'all, there's my hometown. There's my main street. And so when I talk about main streets in my books, this is it. This is my inspiration. I can't tell y'all how many times I've walked up and down this main. And there's Bill's Place. Look, look, you guys can see it right through. Oh no, you missed it. Go back, go back. There it is. You see, look, that looks like Natalie right there. It could be. But look right here. You see all them stools, y'all? And this place will be packed up full all around too. And then to call in. And y'all, this is where I went and got my hair done. You can come right here. I had my hair done. Y'all, I'm telling you, this Chinese place. This is my hometown. And this is my main street. such wonderful memories of this place. And I wanted to share all of that with you guys. Yep, there was Bill's place. So now you know. Now you know it's a real place. Yes. Look, quaint little town. Great place for a cozy mystery for your inspiration. Yes. Cozy mystery town for sure. And so even with the Sunday Killer, so if you guys, that's coming out August 31st, Bill's Place keeps getting mentioned. It's not just in this book, Fact versus Fiction. It's actually in the Sunday Killer. And in the book, Ben is always wanting to go to Bill's Place. So I'm honoring it there. But I do like Bill's Place shakes too. They don't have shakes there. So that's where the little fiction comes in a little bit. But he's talking about ice cream and shakes. And so it's kind of an extension of if you would ask your characters, what is their favorite place to eat? Sure enough, it happened to be Benjamin's favorite place to eat was Bill's Place. Y'all know now I got Bill's Place on the brain. And once you start thinking about it and call it out, you really want it. Then it's just really bad. All right, so some of the other poems is when I went on a vacation with the boys. Conversation with me and my best friend about how frizzy my hair is, and it is called Woe is Hair. Yes. Now this one is for my mama, Corners Catching You, and I can't read it, y'all. It's about my memories of my mama and my daddy, and that one would really make me cry. So you read that one, and you read Corners Catching You, and you'll know my heart there. Not gonna do this one either. But I will let y'all know point number 11 is very special to me. And I'll tell y'all how it came about. Grandma Myrtle's house. So Grandma Myrtle lived down the street from me, and I was at my Grandma Myrtle's every single day. Okay, so I was at my Aunt Dot's and Grandma Myrtle's, and y'all, that was part of my upbringing in my life. And I had to honor my grandma. I wrote a book about her, a children's book called Myrtle's Garden. And it's to honor how much she had a garden in town. Y'all know I love planting. I've got my own garden in the backyard, but it's in pots right now because me and Eli ain't got our land yet. But when we get some land, I'm going to have a garden like my grandma and my granny. But I went to a poetry reading, and it was supposed to be at the Chapel Hill Library, but because due to COVID, they had canceled the event. And so the organizers got together and they were going to hold it online, and it was to honor Jewish poets and their words. And I went and had an opportunity to just be completely blessed and blown away. And I paused in the middle of that. And while the poetry was rolling off and these amazing poets were sharing their words from their published work, I pulled up my notes on my phone because that's where I write all my poetry, and typing away. And I wrote Grandma Myrtle's house. So this one will make me cry. So just know that one was after, during the event that I went to. Okay. Light is You. Now this one is for my husband. So number 13 is Light is You. So that'll make me cry. I know I can't do it. So I'm moving. This is a party, but it's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. No, don't cry. Okay. Oh, okay. I got one. It's not gonna make me cry. It's not this one. It's called Not a Spy. I read this one to my friend the other day, and she laughed. And Michelle knows this one. So Michelle and I were texting y'all because I knew something was going on with Sam. And he knows he's in this book. I shared the poetry with him before I published it. So, Nick, I'm not calling out my young, but he knows. But Michelle and I, we're going back and forth, man. Oh, my gosh. So, Michelle, when you hear this one, you're going to remember it. And you know it deserves to be in the book. So, it's called Not a Spy. You You are acting suspicious, mysterious, secretive, saying strange things, asking uncharacteristic questions like, do you believe in love at first sight? And how did you know she was the one? Also, did you know round trip tickets cost over $6,000? Are you a spy? Or are you talking to a girl? A girl. Thank God you aren't a spy. Wait, a girl? Y'all, true story right there. It's called fact for a reason. Fact for a reason. My baby talking to a girl. First love in a book. In a book. Maybe Michelle will remember that day. He could have been a spy, a pirate. He could have been talking to a girl. Michelle, it was hilarious. Don't you remember that, girl? We were texting back and forth about Sam. Don't think we weren't. I was like, what is he asking all this stuff? He was like, Eli, how did you know Mama was the one? That baby asking stuff like that at the dinner table. Come on, what's that about? So how do you approach that kind of conversation with your kids, right? Yeah. Now, mama moments right there. Mama moments, Tish. I got to capture them in a book. All right. Now, this one is more of a serious poem about me and Solomon. And he knows it's here, so and it's like when you're at crossroads in your life and you're dealing with an adult son, and then we're making choices in adult life. So what happens there? So that has to be captured in fact versus fiction, because that's where I am right now, and this book was just published 2 days ago. So it's called His Life, Not Mine. Times like these, my stomach swirls and my head feels all cloudy with advice, decisions, and choices, and what ifs, and right things to say, and praying I don't say the wrong ones. And none of them are even for me. But it pulls at me like a tractor digging me across digging rows, because I want his joy to run over that coffee cup, his feet planted firmly, his garden rich with possibilities and opportunities, and more than could ever fit in one small seed packet. But I can't say what that looks like, because it's his garden, it's his mind, his life. He sees it. I don't. I see mine, what I see for him. But it's his life. Again, I remind myself, his joy to catch in a jar and watch it light up. His seeds to plant and water and nurture and grow. I want great things. I want it all for him. So I sit and listen. I throw the ball of ideas around with him, just like we once played catch in the backyard. Back and forth we go as he decides. And my heart sighs. I let go. I'm the lucky one, because he talks to me about these things, little things, big things, and all the things in between. My joy. That one is my number 15. His life, not mine. My sweetheart. My sweetheart. This next one, Nick, I ain't gonna cry, so I'm going to keep showing that one. Ones that's going to make me cry, it's going to say, don't cry. This was a don't cry. What you left behind. Moonbeams are here, and that's what you left me. That one is a part of that galaxy poem at the beginning. So you guys, that one's about my parents, number 16. Number 17, the spirit is strong, with this one. That one's from a conversations, and I've had these with multiple people, but this one is from one of my friends. Sweet tea dreaming, y'all. Sweet tea dreaming. My youngin actually gets goosebumps when he makes Lipton sweet tea, and he drinks it for the first time, especially if he hadn't had it in a couple of days. And so Sam now makes all the tea in the house. That's his job. I got to pass on my mama's recipe for sweet tea. And so, and please tell me, Michelle, please tell me. I know you don't have Coke and peanuts, but tell me you've got sweet tea, because I just need to know that you do put your sugar in your tea, even though I know it's maybe not a New York thing. Because I need to know. I need to know. So this is to honor my child and his absolute love of sweet tea. Lipton gives him goosebumps. Ah, the long sigh. Welcoming a friend back home from a long trip. Hugging a loved one after an absence. Binging your show when you hadn't had the time before. That ooey gooey kind of love for 2 cups of sugar to a gallon. Sweet tea. Like Mama made. Lipton's finest. Black tea bags. Count out 7. Oil bubbling. Caffeinated heaven high. Sweet tea drinking. Sweet tea dreaming. Sweet tea dreaming, y'all. Gotta give some props to the Lipton. I'm not sponsored by Lipton. Don't get no payback for that. Call it out a company brand, but that's the one, y'all. Called her out, Tish. Now, oh no, she's a no sugar tea person. Michelle, we need to talk, okay? We have to have a serious conversation right now. So you got to get 7 tea bags, Lipton tea bags, black tea, and you put them bags in a pot and you boil that joker. And after you boil them, you let it steep for about 5 minutes. You can set the timer. And then you get you a big gallon jug and you put 2 cups of sugar in there and you pour that tea and you stir it around. And there's your sweet tea, honey. There's your sweet tea. And then you can thank me. I know we have the gift of friendship and you trust me. So I'm just saying. Tish, for real. She'd be drinking water out the tap, Tish. She'd be drinking water out the tap. Because out at that elder's house, not at my house. Michelle, you would not make it in Texas and maybe not in North Carolina. We would have to have some water we'd have to have, now when I'm sick, I do put honey in tea, and I will make that because Eli, he does that. But guess where Eli is from up north? So y'all know he's brought that mess home with him. So Michelle, we do that too with the honey, with the hot tea. But we put ours in the refrigerator. We have cold sweet tea. All right. I can't read the next one. I can go on and put next thing up. I can put next thing up. Let me go. He's already told me I can't cry, but no, I'm going to go with the one that says don't cry. That's a don't cry poem, number 19. A poem to my house. No. Tish and Michelle know about that. I can't read that one. And then the last one I wrote about spring break and about all the pollen. And then we're moving over to part 2, which is fact versus fiction. And guys, this one is all about lyric. It's got Sweet Potato Jones. It's got Mary Oxendine from Offbeat, the Hartwell Chronicles. So it's got Jamie Locklear, Tyler Locklear. It has Victoria Hartwell. Brinkley makes headlines. I've got haikus in here. I've got Bell Pepper Jones, Maze Jones. So I've got it all up in here. Oh, yep, my boyfriend's back is in here. And of course, Luca, Love Over Pizza. His sister Angel is in here. The last haiku, I'm going to do one haiku, though, from Luca, and it's based on a line from the book. Boys, want to hear Brinkley? Oh, let's go to Brinkley for the boys, It is called The Hero. Yes, The Hero. Okay. All right, boys. This is a haiku about Brinkley from Brinkley Makes Headlines. Pillows dance on sky. Farmer prays for cats and dogs. Brinkley obliges. And so here we have this farmer praying for cats and dogs. But what we say about cats and dogs is that it's raining like cats and dogs, and that farmer is wanting some rain. So he's praying for rain, and Brinkley obliges. Love that haiku. Thank you, Tish. Pillows dance on sky. Farmer prays for cats and dogs. Brinkley obliges. Oh, we take a request. We're taking a request. I want to hear Sweet Potato Jones. Sweet Potato Jones. Okay. Let me see. So you want to hear, oh, they love Brinkley. Oh. Okay, so I've got a few from Sweet Potato. Let me go. Now, I've got it from different POVs because this is POV poetry. I don't know if that's a thing. I might have made it up. So if I made it up, y'all can say, Jen was the first one ever did POV poetry. I probably not, I'm sure. I haven't Googled it. Okay. So I got one from Ray, which is Ray Patterson, Miss Sunshine's boy. So that's coming after you. So that one, I don't know. Let's see. I've got different point of views in here for Sweet Potato. Oh, you found me from Sweet Potato Jones. And this one is from Sweet Potato. Okay. I can do that one. Yeah, and there's one from Belle, and there's one from May. So, okay. Tish says Sweet Potato. Here it is. It's called You Found Me. Okay. And, of course, y'all know who it's for. My people who are Sweet Potato Jones. Y'all know her love. You took the words inside my head and brought them breath. Like cut flowers from the field I once slept in. You didn't care. Neither did Wildflower Lane, and that matters more than a pocket full of gold or a pot at the end of the rainbow when you are my ray of light. Brought me out of my hiding spot to see possibilities and breath. Hope has wings, and I am flying. I am soaring, catching your brilliance on the tip of my tongue. So sweet I could taste it. Lungs filled, heart raced, once out of place, now home. At last sigh. Emotions caught in circular patterns I could stand in and feel faith. Pulsing down to my fingertips, my toes, and all of me knows it's because you found me. Sweet Potato. Talking that love to Ray Patterson. Because he found her. And he didn't care that she once slept in a field of flowers. And neither did Wildflower Lane, which they would have named that field, of course, because they were very imaginative lot. So that is some Sweet Potato poetry. That was Sweet Potato's point of view. So I hope that you guys have loved hanging out today. I know I have loved hanging out. And I've got one more book to give away, one more ebook. And it's going to be the first person that puts in the chat, not this book, not from this book, but you got to think, you got to channel it. and say, so I can go out and find a new one. You know where this is going, y'all. What is your favorite poem? What is your favorite poem? That now I can go out and learn something about you. So we had Tish, we had Nick got ebook. Let's see. What's your favorite poem? What's your favorite poem? Let's see. Who's wanting to share their your favorite poem? Let's see. Phenomenal Woman. Man, I love it so much. I wish I could read it, but I don't have the rights to it. But I can go and get it for you guys. It's on the Poetry Foundation. Man, I love it so much. I'm going to put it in the chat. Tish knows just how much I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. Man, I put it in the link, guys. Yesterday in boot camp, Michelle, I challenged them to go to YouTube and watch Maya Angelou actually read Still I Rise. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but I'm going to put that one in the chat too because I shared that one this week, and then I shared it with boot camp yesterday to watch her read. I don't know if you've ever seen this video or not, but guys, this is like a parting gift to all of y'all. Go watch that YouTube video. Go watch more poetry. And watch Still I Rise. I love everything by Maya. Yes. All right, Michelle won. Michelle won. Yes, Michelle. Her favorite line was from there because it's a celebration of a quiet spirit. The first time I saw quiet nature like mine be appreciated. Yes. Yay! You get Fact versus Fiction ebook coming your way. Oh, so you've seen her perform Still I Rise. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love it. Well, all right, guys. I am so thankful that y'all got to hang out with me today. If you have not checked out any of my books yet, you can go to Amazon and type in Jen Lowry, and you can find Fact versus Fiction, Southern Poetry. This is book 2 in my Southern Poetry collection. I want to give a special shout out to one of our WWJs, Sherry Mercer, because it was her idea for us to be able to do story seeds in the month of March while we were prepping for NaNoWriMo. So each day we did story seeds and we planted seeds of ideas in my journal that I always keep beside me. Number 14 says a book of new poetry. And so not only did I write Fact versus Fiction, Southern Poetry, I also wrote Hello Words, silly, serious, and scary poems. And these are for 4th grade and up. And that book is going to be coming out soon, Michelle, because my cover designer is working hard on the cover. I can't wait to see what she comes up with. I will be sharing everything out with you guys. So y'all follow me on social media at Jen Lowry Writes. I am so thankful for all of you guys. I had the best time celebrating. I hope that you love the poems in the book, and then you got to know a little bit more about me, because it is a fact that the first part of this book is all about me and my life. And then the next part of the book, part 2, is fiction. So it is character POV, and you get to step into maybe some of my other characters. So thank you guys for coming and celebrating with me today. You guys are Y'all don't know how much it has blessed me to be able to have y'all here for the party. And for people catching it on the replay, sorry you didn't get an opportunity to win an ebook. But if you email me, jenlowrywrites@gmail.com, and let me know that you want to be into my next raffle with my newsletter subscribers, you can sign up for my newsletter. I can send you the link, or you can go to www.jenlowrywrites.com. You can sign up for my newsletter, and I'm always doing giveaways with my newsletter subscribers too. So I hope that y'all have a blessed one. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Love y'all.